Hi, welcome to the live stream this morning. So I'm going to be channeling Archangel Raphael, and Raphael will be speaking according to who's listening and giving messages, doing healing as well, and talking briefly about the week ahead as well. So I'm just going to let him come in and speak through me. I would like you to know that there is a lot going on at the moment on many levels, but that does not mean it is a case of needing in any way to be in your own energy all the time in order to be clearing what is going on. What I am actually seeing is that it is a time you are able to generally move forwards in life. It is a time where you are able to actually make progress with your life in many different ways. And it is a time where you are actually able to start making the sort of changes you have wanted for a long time. So, what I am actually seeing is that the changes which are going on in the world will facilitate the changes you would like to make in your life. It is a case of actually needing, in one way or another, of fully being able to be in your own energy enough in order to be able to then attract the right opportunities. So it is not about necessarily needing to be involved actively in all that is going on, all that is rearranging, because you will feel the effects of this, but you don't have to get involved. So there are things you may notice going on in the ether, psychic energies you may pick up on from others, changes you feel are being made, things which are being, in one way or another, transformed within others, within yourself. But a lot of these things can be observed. They can be acknowledged and observed, but you do not have to get involved. And it is a case of simply needing to be enough in your own energy, in your own vision for your life, in order to attract the right opportunities for yourself, which will then enable you to actually be less involved in the external energies. I hope this makes sense. So, what I am actually seeing for some of you here is that it is that the universe would like to take you away from certain types of energies which have previously been in your life and which still are. But it is about the right opportunity coming along so this can happen. So, an example of this can be that you are living in an area where there is a lot of energy around that is negative. Perhaps it is very physical and embodied, such as a lot of violence, a lot of problems generally in life. Or perhaps it can be the general climate that feels quite negative. Or perhaps it may even be that there is a lot of other kinds of energies created which are negative and dark. But it may be you are living somewhere where you are affected by many different energies, currents of energies, and you feel inside that this is like you are in living somewhere where there is no real sense of yourself in a really tangible way because of these energies. And so, what I am really saying is those of you in those sort of environments at the moment who struggle to feel peaceful and well because of perhaps where you are living, feeling bombarded, what you are being told is that you don't have to be able to fully be in your own energy when you are in these sort of conditions, because of course you will feel affected when there is a lot going on. But it is simply about being able to be there enough so you can attract what you need to then be in a totally new environment where you can then regain your own sense of self more fully. So, this is what you are being told generally. And this message does apply to all of you because I am actually seeing for each one of you that certain physical changes are actually needed in order to feel more well, to feel more in your own power and energy. What I would like you to know is that it is not a case of really needing to make sure that you are always in your own power, your own energy, in all areas, in all aspects. Because sometimes it is like this, that the physical conditions that are changing will then allow the other aspects to automatically find their own power and light more fully. So I would like to continue and give you more messages. My second message is that you are all going to be very much in a state of really wanting change in your life. Generally, you are all welcoming change. Your souls, all of you here, are wanting change so much that sometimes you do not quite know what to do, how to do it, and you get over involved in the process. And this causes you a lot of stress, a lot of chaos, a lot of problems. And what I want you to know is when you go into states where you want change so much that you don't quite know what to do, remember to keep the focus inside. And in that moment, you can ask yourself the question, what is it that is stopping the change from happening in this moment in my life? And you will always get an answer. And sometimes it can be something really simple, something such as needing to clear something that is coming up from another life. Sometimes it can be more complex, such as needing to actually look at yourself more deeply and how you are feeling on a much deeper level. Perhaps you may even find some very, very negative energies lurking within you of not fully trusting life, the process of life, feeling a disappointment inside, despair. So, some really low frequencies that may be buried there that somehow obstruct you from being able to have the changes you want. And these lower frequencies can take a bit longer to work through because it may be that you really do have to go deep here and look at some deep issues from your childhood and from other lives as well, included in this, such as feeling that you are just not deserving of good things happening. It may be very deep, actually, and in this way take a little while to work through. But what I will say is that when you are looking externally at your life and waiting for the changes, it creates an energy that is very much about you feeling out of control. It can feel disempowering. It can bring up feelings of anger, of injustice, and a lot of other emotions. And when you get caught up in this, it makes it worse. It makes you actually go into states that you then have to get out of before things can come in. But what I would like you to know is that when you are going deeper inside, asking the right questions, you will always get answers, and there will be something you can actively work with that will improve your situation. So, this is what I'm encouraging you all to do, to look within, not to fixate on what is outside of you, to be open to the opportunities that will bring about the physical changes you need, but to keep your focus inside on clearing what is in the way of these changes coming. And this will actually improve your situation faster. My third message to all of you is that there are going to be many people in the world who are going to start deciding that their life is not really worth living, who will start feeling very low, perhaps people who in the past have been quite positive. And what I am seeing is that everyone is going to have to face their own shadow, the parts of themselves which are not light and bright, which have chaos, confusion, problems, trauma. And some people will find this really hard and they will choose to leave. And other people will actually really enjoy the process, will find it a release, a liberating, like they have been waiting all their lives to do this. What I will say is that when you are with people you have maybe known a long time, you may notice some of them have really changed, really grown as people, evolved really fast, and others may go completely downhill. And you may not always predict who is going to be in what state. And what I'm really trying to say is let people be on their own journeys. Help people if you can, if you are able to, but don't get over involved because what I'm actually seeing is that life is light at the moment. Generally, when people are choosing to change, to improve, the opportunities come really fast into people's lives. There are so many different ways of improving your life, the way that you feel. And when people are open, really the right people arrive to help, the right information, the right kind of practitioners. But whatever is needed does arrive. So it is for each soul to make their own decision about whether they want to do this or not. And it is not for you to decide for another. What you can do is give people the right information, but you don't have to do anything else because, on a soul level, people are deciding, and it is from a deeper place. I hope this makes sense. So, this is what I want you to know, that don't be disappointed if someone leaves because it really is their choice on a deeper level. It is not about what you have done or not done. And it is really good for you to know this at this time. So, this message is not for all times. It is not talking about even a few years ago. Because in the past, it could be that there was a lot that was going on for people, and there was not necessarily enough around because of how life was. But I am giving this message for now, so you need to update yourselves and know this, that times have indeed changed, and you do not have to feel that you are in any way going to be able to make these big changes for other people, because actually they will be making their own mind up, and life itself is so light actually on one level when it comes to personal growth, development, evolution, that as soon as someone does decide, things start to come in really fast. So I want everyone here to know this. I have no more messages, but I would like you to know that when you go inside and reflect on what you have been given today, you will find that it is all relevant for you in some way or another. I would like to talk briefly about the week ahead. The week ahead is going to be a mixture of very good things happening and also energies which are more difficult. And the more difficult energies you are able to transmute by going inwards. So I would like you to know this, that it is going to be a mixture, and you will have to take some time to go inside, but generally it will be a good week. That is all. Yeah, so thank you everyone for listening. And yeah, so wishing you a good weekend, a happy week ahead, and lots of love to you all.